Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on chasing the illusion. In today's video we're going to be looking at the world of balancing, where gravity meets illusion and the ordinary become extraordinary. And I'm also going to be teaching you a trick with balancing as well. As a magician, I like to make the possible impossible and the impossible possible. And a really easy way to do that is by using the objects around me. For instance, money. You know, everybody has some money on them, and a really good way to make the impossible possible and the impossible possible is by doing balance, because at the end of the day it is just physics, right? It's easier said than done, to be fair, but if we get it just like this, there we go. But this is possible because it's just physics and balancing points. I want to make it impossible. So watch the top coin. Three, two, one. Magic. Don't worry, there's no sorcery involved with that trick. It's just a little bit of knowledge of balancing points and some showmanship. But how about this trick? This is a really good trick I like to use for an opener whenever I'm going to do a trick with a pack of cards, because what I find with a deck of cards is that the first thing you do is throw away the actual box it's in, right? So before the cards even come out of the box, I like to do a balancing sort of trick where you get the balancing point on your two fingers like this, and then if you get it just right, it balances. I don't know how well you can see that. I'm trying not to make it. See? And it is just a normal deck of cards, right? There's nothing in the box. These are just, you know, normal cards. Nothing special about them apart from, you know, the actual cards being the private reserve CVN strikers. They're pretty special. There's not many of these, so but yeah, there's nothing actually special about the deck. It's not a trick or anything like that. But that's a cool thing that I like to do when I'm, you know, opening up a deck of cards to do some tricks to people. Now, with all that said and done, who's ready to learn a balancing trick you guys can do at home? Talking of trying things at home, this is a little gem that I learned during lockdown. You know, when boredom strikes, creativity sparks, I suppose. All you need is a can like this one with some liquid in, filled up about halfway. Now, I actually don't drink Coke anymore. I used to be addicted, so I've actually just filled this one up with water. Any liquid will count, but it has to be a can like this. It has to have a little lip on it like this, like most cans do. And all you have to do is balance it. Let's see if you can get it right in the camera. Like this. Oh, sometimes you'll get that little bit of wobble, but I actually think the wobble makes it a little bit better, in my opinion. But yeah, and I'm going to teach you how to do it. It's so simple, and I usually just, you know, on my desk or at a party or at the pub, if I've got a can like this, I'll just have it leaning on the corner like this. Or I use someone else's can and do it like this, because then it's not gimmicked, because this isn't gimmicked. You can just use any can. It's, you know, pick it up, make sure it's halfway. Ask them if it's okay to use the can first, though, obviously. Like I said, you do need to have some sort of liquid in it. The best way to practice is with it about halfway, because when it's halfway, you get that perfect balance. But the lower the volume is on the Coke can or whatever can you're using, it will, you know, make it more balanced like this. I won't do it because there's more in there, but it'll be more balanced like this because of the weight distribution. But only thing is, if it's above halfway, it won't work. It will just tip over and you'll make a mess. So you do need to make it sure there is at least or at maximum halfway. Any more and you're in trouble. So it's best to just do it a little bit less than halfway, I would imagine. But, you know, it looks pretty cool if you're just, you know, at your desk or something like that and it's just chilling on the corner like that. But literally how you do it is exactly as you've just seen it. It's so simple. Just make sure, I don't know if you'll be able to see it that well. I think you will. But you see the little lip here, little lip bit here. It's just got to balance like that. And you can probably blow it. If do I risk it? Oh, yeah, you can blow it. You can blow it, and it'll do something. So if you're brave enough to do that, go on and do it. I guess if you've got like invisible string as well, you could probably move it with invisible string if you want to go that step further. So yeah, that's how to balance a can on its side. It doesn't have to be this shaped can as long as it's got a ridge on the bottom. You know, I've done it with energy drinks like Monster and Rockstar, is it? Rockstar, I think you can also do it. So yeah, the longer ones, they work exactly the same. And there we have it, balancing acts that blur the lines between ordinary and extraordinary. But before we end this video on the 24th of March 2024, 24/03/24, I am bringing out my first episode of Is Magic Real? Here's the trailer. Throughout my whole life, I've always felt like this question should have been answered. And the fact that it hasn't has made me want to do it more. And because of my situation, I feel like I am the perfect person to ask the question.
Really slowly, like a hand come around my neck and a hand come around my face. And my mum's just staring at me like she's seen the worst thing in her life, like it's terrifying. And the next thing I know, I'm being like dragged by my face out of my mum's room, through a corridor, down our stairs.
750 years old.
750?
Yeah.
And this is like proper.
Yeah, it's cool.
Wow.
And I couldn't say what had just happened because people would be like, "You're seeing things. You're mad, right? That can't happen." And to this day, I don't know. Probably just saw something, right? My brain probably just came up with it, but that made me question it.
It started swirling around in a circle, but it didn't make a complete circle. When it got to the complete circle, the lights went off.
But in December that same year, she attempted suicide a final time on the staircase, this time a bit more successfully. Her husband was working down here, locking up, and he heard the sound of her body hit the stairs, assumed she'd fallen over drunk, you know, the girl. And when he bent down to give her a kiss on the staircase, it was a nice romantic thing, but he recoiled almost immediately as he kissed the stump of her neck.
Do you think it is true or not that there is always an antiverse, a reaction, an opposite to something in human nature or the spiritual world if there was ever?
Did you hear that? The door just kind of opened. I don't want to break the connection with this though, but the door just opened and closed on itself. This series has literally taken over my life.
It's a yes or no answer.
Can I not explain myself?
You cannot. It's a yes or no answer.
Okay.
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes or no.
I'm bad at that. I'm bad at none. Okay.
It's a yes or no answer. Don't elaborate. Yes or no? That's not an answer. Come on.
Yes or no.
I guess there's only one more person to ask. Chase. Yep, so as you saw, every single episode is coming out from the 24th onwards, every single Sunday. There's 8 episodes altogether, and you know, it'd mean a lot if you watched it. I spent 2 years making it, so yeah, if you want to know what the answer is to is magic real, then make sure you check out that last episode. I'll even be doing a Q&A on the series next Wednesday, so if you've got any questions, leave them down in the comments, or you know, message me on social media like Instagram, Chasing the Illusion 52 on Instagram, same thing on TikTok as well. But yeah, make sure you don't miss those episodes, so subscribe to the channel if you want to. I also have a Patreon called The Chased Membership, where you'll get videos just like this one before they go public. You'll get discounts on merch and my projects, and you'll get behind the scenes videos and possibly episodes of Is It Magic Real before they even go public. So as soon as it's edited, it'll basically be uploaded to the Chase membership. I don't think it'll be on the first tier, so I don't think it'll be on the clubs tier. I think it'll be on the hearts, spades and diamonds onwards tier. Just an FYI. So yeah, but with all that said and done, I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.